What if I told you one tiny pill sparked one of the biggest social revolutions in human history? This is the unbelievable story of how the birth control pill changed science, society, and millions of lives forever. Because before the 1960s, millions of women had almost no reliable way to control when or if they wanted children. It all started with one woman, Margaret Sanger. She was a nurse who saw women suffer from repeated pregnancies and dangerous contraceptive methods. At a time when even talking about birth control was controversial, Sanger pushed a radical idea. What if women could control their own fertility safely and reliably? That idea sparked a scientific revolution. Meanwhile, researchers discovered something fascinating. A hormone called progesterone could stop ovulation, the key step needed for pregnancy, but it came with a thorny problem. Back in the 1930s, progesterone was ridiculously expensive. Scientists had to extract tiny amounts from animal organs and human urine. Just 1 gram cost around $200, which was insanely expensive back then. Then entered chemist Russell Marker, who discovered a natural compound called dioscunin inside Mexican wild yams and figured out how to chemically transform it into progesterone in only 5 steps. This breakthrough, later called the Marker degradation, slashed the price dramatically. But there was another huge problem. Early hormone treatments worked mostly through injections, which was effective, but not convenient. Scientists wanted a simple pill people could swallow daily. But when ingested orally, the hormone is either destroyed by stomach acid and enzymes, or it gets stuck in the intestines and cannot reach the blood. That's when chemist Carl Djerassi stepped in. In 1951, Djerassi created norethindrone, an orally active synthetic hormone. Basically, he chemically redesigned the hormone by adding an acetylene group and removing a methyl group from testosterone, so it could survive digestion and actually work as a pill. Now the science was finally catching up with the dream. Then came researchers Gregory Pincus and John Rock, who launched clinical trials. But the early trials were rough. Many women experienced nausea, dizziness, and unpleasant side effects. In fact, about half the first participants dropped out. One major reason was the hormone doses were way higher than today's pills. Back then, women were taking around 10 milligrams of progestin daily. Modern birth control pills often contain less than 1 milligram. Still, despite the challenges, the pill worked. And in 1959, the first birth control pill, Enovid, developed by G.D. Searle and Company, received FDA approval. By the 1970s, multiple companies were producing birth control pills, and society was changing forever. What began as one activist's vision became a combination of chemistry, medicine, biology, and courage, giving millions of people more control over their own lives and futures. And honestly, this story proves that science doesn't change the world alone. When bold ideas, activism, and innovation come together, history changes. If you enjoyed this story of science and discovery, hit that like button, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, which medical invention do you think changed humanity the most?